Hi everyone, I'm Julie. I'm a grad student from Korea. Today, I'll talk about my experience at the most luxurious buffet in Korea. The name of the place is The Parkview at the Shilla Hotel. The buffet here is the most expensive in Korea, priced at 192,000 won, which is about $140 per person. Being a student, I cannot afford to have a meal here on my own, but luckily I had an invitation to go with my family. Here's the lobby. It's very luxurious, but since we were on a holiday, there were so many people, so we weren't really able to feel the calm, peaceful, serene atmosphere of the hotel. When we were entering the buffet, the line was so long that they started to let people in earlier than their official starting time, which was around like 5 p.m. But yes, it was really crowded, much more than I expected. When you sit at a table, they give you a soup per person. I think it's mushroom soup. It's pretty good. There was a really long line in the meat section and I didn't feel like waiting, so I started out with dim sums. Most of them are really good, but I didn't really like the big white bread looking one. I felt like the meat part was too small compared to the bread part. Then I had some veggies and sashimi. In the vegetable section, there's something called ice plant, which I thought was very unique because I don't think I ever saw it anywhere else. So if you go, I recommend you to try that. Overall, vegetables were very fresh and sashimi was pretty good too. What I noticed about meat at Shilla in general is that whether it's lamb, lobster, or back ribs, is that they're all just so soft. To exaggerate a bit, I don't think you need teeth to eat them. Tenderloin stood out the most for me because it's something very easy to compare with that of other places. It comes in small circular pieces. I don't have a picture of that because I was too busy eating at this point. I think it's one of the best tenderloins I've ever had. It tasted so rich and soft, and you should definitely have it if you go. In the noodle section, there are 3 types of noodles. To cut to the chase, if you're too full to try all of them, just get the rice noodle. That's the best one. The soup tastes very rich in sophisticated manner, but also gives a light and clean taste. There's black soybean sauce with noodles, which is very unlike the ones we have locally. The noodles are shaved, so yes, it does feel unique, but personally, the taste wasn't that impressive. The spicy noodle was just okay. So please just remember, if you're full, go for the rice noodles. There's also snow crab. I personally don't really like them because you have to remove the meat from the shell and the eating process. It just seems like a big hassle to me, but I think most people seem to like them. The Western cuisine did not seem to be very popular. I'm pretty sure they're good. They all looked really good. But I think everyone gets too full to get to that section because they're too busy eating everything else. Last but not least, there's dessert. Please remember there are 2 dessert sections. One near the entrance and another one at the back. I did not know about the latter one until like 20 minutes before we had to leave, so please remember. The cakes are all like so good. They just look like ordinary cakes, right? It doesn't look that fancy, but once you taste them, it's so clear that they're just beyond fancy. They're at another level. I personally think the green tea cake is the best. I never tasted green tea anything so rich. The green tea taste, it cuts through very clearly and I highly recommend it to anyone who goes there. I really wanted to try every single one of their desserts, but I was just too full at this point, which was a shame. The coffee is pretty good too. FYI, you can customize. You can get your coffee with milk, low-fat milk, soy milk, and they're all available in decaf as well. Overall, my experience at the Parkview was pretty good. Great food and hospitality, but just one thing I think you should be aware of is that I think dining experience can quite differ depending on where you sit. We sat in the middle of all food sections, and because there were just so many people going back and forth, it felt a bit bustling. It had a feel of busy marketplace atmosphere, which you don't really expect from a high-end dining experience. But if you sit by the window side or far in, I don't think you'll have that kind of problem. Besides that, I think it was quite nice. Will I pay for myself to go again? No, not really. But if someone gives me a ticket, will I go? Yeah, definitely. So that was my experience at the Parkview at Shilla Hotel. And that is it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.